All right, guys, we are going to play dice, and I've got a lot to talk to you about, and I am going to go back to dice setting when I play at the casino. Lately, I've been having problems betting on random rollers. They're just throwing way too many sevens. Like, I don't know what's going on, but the reason why that I got away from dice setting was because even on my perfect shots, sometimes I'd still throw a 7. So I picked up a new way to play on this 3-1 dice set that I'm doing, and I've had a lot of success with it, so I want to share with you. This 3-1 is allowing me to roll longer rolls. I'm not hitting the 7. I keep the dice perfectly straight. I push the dice down towards the end of the table. They break apart. And it's great for me to lay the no 4 because I don't hit the 4 very often. So what we're going to do, if we ever throw a 3-1 or a 2-2, we're going to lay the 4 and bet the 6-8. But the system I'm going to show you is called Jimmy's Way. Jimmy's Way. So this is a new strategy, and I really like what I'm seeing with this strategy. Each level gets 3 chances, so it has the same concept that I put together. However, this is really a great way to win and build a big bankroll. And I just repeat the same way. You can play it like a robot. But if you can set the dice and you can practice this shot, you should do well. Everybody has a different way that they throw the dice. So this dice set may not work for you. You have to find your own way to do it. This one is working for me, so I'm going to make this work. We're going to play Jimmy's Way. Here it goes. All right, so we're going to have a huge, guys, we're going to have a really big bankroll. Okay, this is a very, very big bankroll. Let me get this gimbal. Let me set that gimbal right there. There we go. All right, this is a very big bankroll, guys. Now listen, you could play at any level that you want. I recommend that you have at least $2,000, okay? All right, so you're gonna have 10,000, no, this is 20,000. This is all $1,000 chips. 10,000, 10,000, 2,000. So that's 20, 30, 40, $42,000. It don't matter what you have. You can have $2,000 in your rack, okay? Play it, obviously, at the lower level, where you start off with $25 across the board, okay? So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna shoot the dice, but on the come out, we're just gonna do it manually by hand, okay? Okay, so that is a 3. So we'll have to do it again. All right, now this is gonna be a long video because I am gonna be shooting the dice, okay? Okay, so that is gonna be an 8 point. All right, so let me go ahead and push this up just a hair. Whoops. Bear with me. There we go. All right. So we'll go ahead and mark the 8. All right. Now what we're going to do, we're going to start off at the hundreds, okay? Okay, we're going to go on every single number across. And I am not going to do capping. There is no capping today. All right, everybody can see that. I got every single, I don't know what is going on with this gimbal, but I wish it would not move. I'm trying to figure out a way to block this gimbal from moving. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how I do it, okay? This set is really working for me. Now, even though right now I don't have a no 4, we only do the no 4 if we throw a 4, okay? So what I do is I get the 3-1 just like that, okay? And I keep the dice in my hand exactly like that. And I don't bend my wrist. I don't flick my wrist. I don't have any kind of release. I literally push it completely straight forward and I try to land it. And if you feel a split, regrip it, okay? So we're gonna come down. This is a full-size table, guys, okay? This is a full-size table. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do it just like we do it at the casino. See how I do that? I just push it like that, and that's an 8. Okay? All right. So that's the point, actually. All right, now we never, ever, ever work to come out. So we're going to get 120. All right, anytime you get a hit, listen very carefully. One hit, you press the 6 and the 8 together. All right, now I don't have the proper money right now to make those 240 or 210, whatever it needs to be, 205, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna, actually it would be 220 or 240. Okay, now we're just gonna do it at 200, okay? I'm not gonna cap it. So you use a press on the first hit, so you have more money out of your pocket now, okay? Now we're off, so I'm gonna just random get a point. Okay, it's an 8, okay? I'm not gonna roll with setting the dice on the come out, because we're off on the come out. Okay, so the point is an 8. All right, so we did our first press. We're gonna reset our dice to, sorry about my table being dirty too, because I haven't cleaned my table in a long time, and I got stuff all over the table. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. I'm gonna do it just like I do it at the casino. I'm gonna push them forward, 3-2, all right? All right, so that's a 3-2-5. Okay, 32. All right, now, trying to get this gimbal to stop moving. Why is the gimbal moving? Jesus. All right, so we're gonna get 140. All right. And now you're gonna press, out of the 140 you made, you're gonna press your 5 and your 9. So it costs you a little more money, okay? We can go ahead and, all right, so now you got one more to press, all right? You got one more to press, and that is your 410, okay? But you don't press your 410 unless you hit a 4 or a 10, okay? So the 4 and 10 never get pressed unless you hit them with the profit. So at this point, you start to rack. If you get 2 hits, you come back down and reduce it, okay? You can either come down and just go with the 6-8 and let the 6-8 roll out. Or you can go ahead and reset, back it down and do it again, okay? I think you're gonna have more success if you pull down and just go with the 6-8, okay? So that's the way we're gonna do it. That's Jimmy's way, okay? Let's get back on this 3-1 set. Okay, so we haven't taken any money yet, but now we're finally ready to do that, okay? Here we go. Perfect. We hit the 10. Okay, now because you hit the 10, you either can take and rack this $200, or you can pressure 4 and 10. That's what we said we were going to do. So we're going to get $200, and we're going to press our 4 and our 10. Okay? All right. So now we're going to go ahead and reset. And now we're going to rack. Now we have, so remember, we would have never pressed our 10 and our 4 unless we hit it. Now we have every number pressed. And this is very crucial to start collecting so you can get back your money, okay? Okay, here we go. 415, okay? So what I discovered is the way that I throw the dice with this 3-1, I calculated it yesterday at the casino, and I had 44 rolls, and I threw 2 7s. No, I'm sorry. I threw 4 7s. 4 7s out of 44 rolls. All right? So that's an average of 1 7 every 10 rolls. That's above the average. All right? So we just rolled a 5. So we're going to get 280. Okay? So we'll take 300 and we'll give them 20. All right. Okay, we need one more hit. When we come down one hit, all of that money out there is profit. We need one more hit. Okay, that's the rule. After you finish your pressing, you need 2 hits. Because if we did not hit the 4 or the 10, we would have already come down and just bet the 6 and 8. Because we hit the 4 or the 10, we hit the 10, because we hit that, one of the two, it forced us to have to hit. So once you finish your pressing, you have to hit 2. Now, if you already had hit 1, and then you hit your 4 and 10, and then you hit one more, you could go ahead and pull down. So right now, we could technically pull down. But I like to take a chance here that when I'm throwing good, when I'm feeling good, I'm confident that I can get one more hit, because it is where you make your money, okay? Now, the faster you make your money, the faster you're off the table. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to push it straight forward, try to keep the dice perfectly square. I'm not going to twist, I'm not going to flick. It's just a straight push like that, and it's a 4-2-6. Okay. That's $230 right there. $235, something like that. $240, $235, something like that. I'm going to just take $230. And that's a huge hit, because everything comes down on Jimmy's way, except for the 6 and 8. They stay at $100 each. All of that is done. And now you're on the 6-8. If we throw a 4, we're going to lay the 4. That's the way it works. Because this 3-1 dice set, out of 44 rolls yesterday, I threw 2 4s out of 44 rolls. One was the 3-1, and one was the 2-2. Okay? Which means that I am double of how many 4s I'm supposed to roll. I'm half, which is what you want when you do this dice set. Okay, here we go. 4-2-6. 4-2-6. Okay, we're going to get $120. Rack it up. Okay, do it again. If we throw that any 4, we're going to lay that 4. And that's the way we do it with this system, okay? This is called Jimmy's way. Okay, here we go. Push it forward. That's perfect. Oh my God, we threw the 3-1. That is very rare. We threw the 3-1. Okay. The 3-1 100% causes us to lay that 4. Okay? So here's how it's going to be done. We're going to put $500 on no 4. They're going to charge me $50 up front for that VIG. Okay? If I pull that down, I get the $50 back. If I pull that down before it pays me out, which would be when the 7 rolls, if I come down, I'm going to get this $50 back. So we're going to leave the 50 on the come bet to see the end result. Okay? All right. Now, because I added that 500 completely protects my 6-8. So I'm actually going to go, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, we're going to leave it just like that, okay? All right, here we go. Because we didn't lose. We didn't lose anything for the 3-1. But now we would. So we definitely don't want to throw another 3-1. Okay, here we go. I'm actually shocked that we threw a 3-1. 44 rolls, and I only threw 1 3-1 last time. Okay, 5-1-6. Okay, now the way that you're seeing me play is the only way that I play at the casino. This is the only way I make my money. I am no longer betting a penny on a random roller. Ever again. Never again. I got away from setting my dice, guys, because I would throw the most perfect shots with no movement, and it could still land on a 7. So I got discouraged, and that's why I went against dice setting. The 3-1 set has got me back to where I feel super confident with it. I can consistently hit winners, okay? We're going to pay ourselves $120 here for that 6 that we just got. I don't know if we paid ourselves twice. I don't remember. But anyway, I am not worried about hitting that 4. I'm not worried about it at all, okay? So now here's the thing. We're going to have, if we throw a 7, we get 250, right? But we had to pay 50. Oh, I'm sorry. 500 is only 25. My bad. So we get $25 back. $1,000 is 50. That's what I'm used to. Okay? $1,000 is a $50 vig. 500 is a $25 vig. Okay? So we're only liable for $25. That's it. Out of the money. So instead of 250, you're really getting 225. So we have an extra quarter left over. We're going to put the quarter on the hard 4. Just in case we happen to throw a 2-2, at least we'll get $175 back of the 500 that we would lose. All right, so we don't want the 3-1 or the 2-2. Now, when I win money, if I get another 6, I'll throw another $25 on the hard 4, because then it'll give me back $350 of the 500. Okay, here we go. Perfect throw, guys. That was such a beautiful throw. 3-3. See what I'm saying about my dice control? I have amazing dice control. And I'm telling you, man, this 3-1, after throwing 44 times with it yesterday and only hitting 1-3-1, man, it's opened up the floodgates for money to pour in, bro. All right, so we're going to get another 120. Okay. Oh, shout out to Frank. There's another one. God, who else was the other one? I'm so sorry right now. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. God, what is the other guy's name? I'm so sorry. I'll give you a shout out in the next video because I just cannot remember your first name right now. All right, so I had two private orders that came in from the website where I go to your casino and I spend some time with you and make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Make sure that your game is tight, whether it's craps or baccarat. So I did get 2 orders. It was actually my second day that I've posted this to you guys. But for those of you that don't know, I give you 2 options. I will fly to your casino. If I fly, I pay for my own flight and I pay for my own hotel. It costs you $2,000 to hire me to go over your baccarat game or your craps game. Either one of them, to be honest with you. You can, that's no problem. Now, if you come, that's me traveling to you, because that pays for my expenses. I reimburse myself, in other words. And of course, I make a profit for my time with you. If you come to Tampa, Florida, it's $1,000 because you're coming to me at my local casino. So if you're ever going to be in the Tampa area, it'll be convenient for you. So, but both of the orders that came in, I'm going to be going to New York, and then I'm going to be going to Vegas. Okay? All right, so let's continue. Now I'm not going to remove my no 4. Okay, now we just won some money, right? Okay, so we won some money. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put another 25 on the hard 4. So now we have $50 on the hard 4. Okay, so the only thing that really will hurt us is this 3-1, which is the whole purpose behind my dice set. And like I said, I'm already shocked that I threw the 3-1. The 3-1 is what causes us to even lay the 4. Okay, here we go. Okay, 3, 6, 9. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get one more shot here. Now, you didn't get to see how I redo, because we never lost, so you didn't get to see my level. Each level gets 3 chances. So we would have stayed on that 3. We would have stayed on $100 across 3 straight times at the same dollar amount. If we would have lost 3 times in a row and failed to win a profit, we would have went up to the next level, which is a unit more each. All right, and I hit the back wall there. Did you see that? And it's a 7. Did you see that? I hit the whole back wall in midair, and it did not do my normal shot where it hits the landing zone, bounce. It has to hit the landing zone 6 inches before it, 4 to 6 inches before it, hit the landing zone, hit that back wall, and roll it naturally back. That forced it to roll way too much to the front because I hit it in midair. One mistake, boom. Okay, do we lose money? No, we don't. We don't lose money. We break even. So we're gonna lose this quarter on the VIG because they're gonna pay us that. We lose the 50 that we had on the 2-2, and we're gonna lose this 200, but we get back 250 for the no 4. So we can come down on the no 4 and put that back in our rack, okay? And we're gonna cash out. Now again, I know you didn't get to see all the different me accelerating up to different levels, but you just keep that, you've seen how it works. So if you lose 3 times in a row at the same level, you go to the next level. The key is, remember, always come down and go to the 6-8 after you've already, so remember, so think about it, how many hits you have to get. You have every number, right? No matter which number you hit first, you're pressing the 6 and 8 always first, and you're putting out more money because you're not making enough from one hit unless it's the 4 or the 10. If you hit the 4 and the 10 right away, you want to use that profit to pay for the 6 and 8 press. You're going to double whatever the 6-8 is. Guys, you're not going $30 and adding $5 or $10 to it. You're doubling what you have on it. That's how you make money quicker. The reason why that I like this way, I know that the strategy that just won, which was the, what the hell's the name of it? My brain won't work right now. I just did it. I just did the thing. The 68 tower. The reason why that won, that is just a tiny bankroll builder system. That's a system that you win like $100 and quit. All right? So that is one little bet at a time. But every time you do one little bet at a time, you're causing the shooter to have to roll 10 rolls. With this way of play, Jimmy's way, I like it better for me. This is the reason why I only play this at the casino. Because I go all the way across. I rely on myself as a shooter. Where I was making my mistake was investing in other players shooting, and they suck. They absolutely suck. Their 7-out ratios is 20% higher. You'll lose money. You will lose money. I don't care what strategy you do. If the people cannot shoot, you're going to lose. Okay? So you don't bet on it anymore. Only bet on yourself. Okay? I know sometimes somebody's going to have a long roll. I'm only betting on myself. I'm going out to Vegas. I'm going to North Carolina. I'm going to be living on the self-play craps tables. I'm getting away from dealers. I'm focusing just with the stick person. There's no dice on the table. Table is half the size. Set my own bets. Shoot my own shots. All with the power of the little computer. And you just place your bets on your own. Shoot on your own over and over. I'll play it for 6 hours a day. I will literally, I literally will have to travel to different places because I'll make so much money doing that. Okay? So this is the system that I would play right here, because I can control the dice, I can shoot the dice, I can depend on myself. If I depend on myself, I win. Let's see how much I won. I don't need to count any of what we started with. It's all right there, except for I've got to put one layer of 4,000 across here. Okay? Okay, so that is the 42, 20, 30, $42,000 that we started with. This is all profit. We played for 25 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1,000, 1,200, 1,250, $1,300. Just like that, I'm out the door. I'm out the door. Okay, now, if you play and you're starting off where you're going a quarter across on everything, okay, you're looking more for $230, $260, $300, $500, something like that. Be realistic, okay? Play what you can afford to play. Just because I'm starting it with a bet size, that's just because this is like a level of a professional player. This is somebody who's at a level where they have the casino's money and they're using the power of it. Maybe one day I lose $2,000. Maybe one day I win $4,000. So bottom line is, it's all about how much goes in, how much goes out. That's it. It's that simple. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. That is Jimmy's Way. I'll post it for you guys now. Give me a like if you like it. And, you know, as I play this, I'll end up probably making this into a private strategy and label it as Jimmy's Way on the website and remove it from YouTube. So enjoy it while you can. All right. Bye-bye.